Thank you. Brilliant. Graham, please.
Thank you.
Morning.
My written submission addressed specifics, so I hope you'll forgive me that these comments are a broad brush backgrounder. In what follows, page numbers refer to the long-term plan consultation document. The submission form question 111 includes the phrase driving our city forward. Forward implies but does not state an agreed goal. That goal, in my view, should be explicit, not implicit. I'd like to link that, therefore, with page 15 in the consultation document, which lists the long-term plan's desired community outcomes: a collaborative, confident city, a green, livable city, a cultural powerhouse, and a thriving, prosperous city. I don't think anyone would argue with those. But the latest in a stream of economic analyses, this time from the Potsdam Institute, makes it clear that the world economy is already committed to an income reduction of 19% by 2050 due to climate change. Already committed. Inaction, of course, will make that much worse. So what lies behind the stated aim of a thriving, prosperous city? What hidden assumptions is that based on? The absurd notion of endless GDP growth? A plan to make the already wealthy much wealthier while hoping that trickle down will see the rest of us right? A belief that a healthy economy can be somehow magically separated from a thriving biosphere? My generation, baby boomers, have had the best of it. The future will not be like the past. Terms such as prosperous, in my view, start to look aspirational, perhaps even delusional, rather than realistic. I suggest the overarching goal of any long-term plan from here on should be to maximise citizens' well-being within planetary boundaries, within realistic planetary boundaries. In a decade or two, I suspect that an increasing number of Christchurch commuters will be so financially stretched that public transport and cycling will be ever more essential. Amsterdam is a thriving city where the private car does not rule. If we're sincere in our stated aim of reducing greenhouse gas emissions, we have to get out of our cars. That includes me. So I totally approve of specific plans such as parking charges at Hagley Park and the Botanic Gardens and an increase in parking meter charges. I'd just like to refer briefly to page 12, community sport and recreation facilities. We've just heard about Anapunawai. These are entirely positive and deserve council support and funding. However, projects such as Te Kaha are in a different class. I guess Te Kaha is now a done deal. The draft LTP allocates $286 million of our money to it. I assuming the reason behind such projects is that city businesses will benefit from increased spending, and therefore the rest of us will benefit. I put it to you that that reasoning is just trickle-down theory and drag. History suggests that such projects are often money losers. Please, no more vanity projects. The world is now different. Page 32, and submission form, section 143. Heritage, wonderful and nice to have. A livable climate, however, is critical infrastructure. Nothing else we want to happen will happen if the climate is not livable. Page 49 in the consultation document, re major event bid funding. I repeat, the future is not like the past. No additional public money for these bids, please. If businesses, sports fans or music fans want them, they should fund them. Page 52, the Climate Adaptation Fund. The analysis I quoted above states that the economic damage caused by global heating already in the pipeline is 6 times larger than the mitigation costs needed to limit global warming to 2 degrees. Unless some supernatural agency drops by to save us, or we nuke ourselves back into the dark ages, it's crystal clear that global heating will be this century's defining crisis, defining challenge. Therefore, I'm strongly, personally, in favour of a climate adaptation fund, but I appeal to you that it must come with a clear program of public information and education, or it will attract a backlash from people who choose to put their own short-term interests ahead of their kids' future. That concludes my verbal submission. I'd like to thank you all for what you do.
Thank you very much for making the time. Thank you. Okay, Cynthia, please.